I clocked in at 11 p.m., the hum of the fluorescent lights buzzing faintly, painting long, uneven shadows across the aisles. The smell of gasoline and coffee filled the air. Alone, I wiped down counters and restocked shelves, trying to convince myself this was just another boring night. Every few minutes, the distant rumble of a car passed by, its headlights slicing through the darkness like a knife, and I reminded myself, this was normal. But something about this night felt off. A weight pressed down on me, the kind of heaviness that makes the hair on your neck rise. I sipped my coffee slowly, letting the warmth do nothing to calm my nerves. My eyes kept flicking to the door, half expecting it to swing open and reveal something. Minutes stretched like hours. I dusted the shelves again, checked the floor for spills, adjusted the soda cans in perfect rows. Each movement felt exaggerated, deliberate, as if I were trying to convince myself the night was ordinary. Then the door chimed. I froze. A man entered, tall, broad-shouldered, hooded, face hidden in shadow. He didn't browse, he didn't greet me, just stared. I swallowed hard, feeling the tight coil of panic starting in my stomach. Before I could speak, he pulled a gun from under his jacket. A single shot shattered the glass display behind me. Heart hammering, I dove behind the counter. My phone trembled in my hands as I dialed 911. Static. No connection. Another shot. Closer this time. A loud bang echoed from the snack aisle. I peeked. A customer, or maybe someone unlucky, was lying on the floor, blood pooling beneath him. Motionless. Gone. My chest tightened. I ran to the back door. Locked. My mind raced. I scanned the aisles. The hooded man moved like a shadow, silent, patient, cruel. Another shot rang out, glass exploding nearby. I ducked behind a freezer, my hands shaking violently. The security cameras flickered. The aisles appeared empty, but I could feel him, patiently stalking, waiting. Every hum of the fridge, every flicker of fluorescent light made my panic spike. I dove into the office, slamming the door and pushing a chair against it. Breathing ragged, I tried dialing 911 again. Another shot. The door rattled violently. He was enjoying it, patient, silent, always just out of reach. Time became meaningless. Minutes blended into hours. Shadows seemed to grow, stretch, hiding horrors in every corner. I could hear whispers, soft, almost playful, curling around the edges of my hearing. My hands trembled, my breath ragged. I tried hiding behind shelves, behind counters, anything to avoid him. Every shot, every movement made my heart jump into my throat. My feet slipped on spilled snacks and broken glass. I ran, ducked, crawled, and yet he remained just ahead or behind, impossible to track, impossible to escape. At some point, another customer appeared, pounding on the front door, screaming for help. I could see him pleading. Then nothing. He was gone. Another victim. Another silent scream the night would swallow. I ran to the back exit again, lungs burning. Another flash of metal, a knife, gun. I didn't wait. I bolted, only to find the door locked. Another shot shattered the silence, pinging off the walls dangerously close. I crouched behind the counter, sweat dripping into my eyes. My hands were shaking, my mind spiraling. Shadows danced across the aisles. Each light flicker seemed to reveal multiple figures, all watching, all patient, all deadly. I remembered the surveillance room. Maybe I could see him before he struck again. I sprinted, ducking, weaving through fallen merchandise. Another shot rang out. Sparks flew as a bullet hit the counter. I dove behind a freezer. On the monitors I saw him, or what I thought was him, standing at the entrance, hooded, silent, cruel, but the feed flickered. Shadows shifted unnaturally. Was my mind breaking? Were there multiples of him now? Hallucinations? I didn't dare think. The aisles stretched endlessly. Every corner a potential trap, every shadow a potential killer. I ran, my pulse hammering, breath ragged, lungs burning, legs screaming from exhaustion. He was everywhere and nowhere, patient, silent, waiting. Hours passed, or maybe minutes. Time had lost all meaning. I ducked behind shelves, slipped through aisles, nearly collapsing multiple times. Another shot shattered the tranquility, glass scattering. I screamed, pounding the doors, begging for help, but the silence swallowed me. Eventually, I saw a chance. He was distracted, glancing at a fallen shelf. I bolted for the front door. The glass reflected his figure, just standing there, calm, watching. I flung it open and ran into the night, gasping, lungs on fire, heart hammering. The highway stretched empty before me. I flagged down a passing car. No response. My phone finally connected to 911. I shouted, told them everything, my voice breaking. And then, in a puddle's reflection, I saw him, patient, silent, always waiting. The police arrived hours later. They found chaos, blood, shattered glass, but no trace of him. Nothing, except a single bloodied glove, lying on the counter as if mocking the night's terror. Even now, every night shift I work, I feel him. Shadows stretch. Lights flicker. Every sound makes my heart leap. I know he is patient. I know he waits. And I know one day, another unlikely